We will now call to order the Legislation and Rules Committee for Tuesday, September 30th, 2025. Madam Clerk, please call the roll.
Alderman Cone. Alderman Ryan.
Here.
Alderwoman Keys. Alderwoman Tanier. Vice Chair Devoti.
Present.
Chair Velazquez.
Present.
Alderman Cone. Alderwoman Keys. We have 4 present. We have quorum.
Thank you, Madam Clerk. I will now entertain a motion for the approval of the minutes for the meeting on for the Friday, January 11th, 2025 meeting.
Point of order. Not January, July.
I'm sorry, reading 2 different things. I will now entertain a motion for the approval of the minutes for Friday, July 11th, 2025.
So moved. Second.
Madam Clerk, can you please call the roll?
Alderman Cone. Alderman Ryan.
Aye.
Alderwoman Keys. Alderwoman Tanier.
Aye.
Vice Chair Devoti.
Aye.
Chair Velazquez.
Aye.
Alderman Cone. Alderwoman Keys. We have 4 aye votes.
Thank you, Madam Clerk. By our vote, we have approved the minutes. The 2 board bills we have for review are interdependent, if you will. We have Board Bill 64, introduced by Alderwoman Shameem Clark Hubbard, and Board Bill number 65, which is a bill I introduced. If you don't mind, I would like to both flip the order and do 65 first and then do 64. But because both bills are related, before I start my presentation, I would like to give Policy Director Christina Garmendia the floor to kind of introduce the purpose for both these bills and the work that's put into them.
Thank you, Chair. So just a few brief comments about this. Has been actually a long journey for these 2 bills, and so thank you so much to our sponsors for taking up the mantle. Our office began working on an effort to clean up boards and, ordinances related to obsolete boards and commissions in 2023. And so the folks to thank that aren't here today are our Deputy Chief, Christina Gracia. Very impressive how she took on the role when entering into the President's office to really look into all the things that have slipped through the cracks over the years, not through any fault of any member of this board, but just over time, our municipal code not been maintained properly. And so when things have changed, the code wasn't updated. And so that's led to a lot of confusion. And I also want to thank so incredible efforts by Ingracia to compile these boards and commissions, to outreach to the relevant departments or stakeholders. There's also an incredible amount of work done by our practicum student from last year, Sejal Rajamani. So I wanted to thank her as well. And frankly, it's been a priority for our office this year to really get this work done. It's not flashy work, but it is a great part of our responsibility here at the board to maintain the city code. And yes, and I also want to thank the Register, because we had to request ancient ordinances to see if we could attach them to these bills, and sometimes we could not find them. They were so old. So yeah, so a lot of work with the Register as well to kind of go back in the history books files to find some of the relevant pieces of code that we needed to reference. So yeah, that, and just to end with, the President wanted to express her support for both of these bills.
Thank you, Ms. Garmendia. Anybody from the committee have any questions? All right, well, with that, I'm going to take the podium and hand the committee over to you, Vice Chair. And my apologies, Alderman Naran, you're going to have to suffer through one presentation. Hopefully we'll make it short. I think as Ms. Garmendia said, this is it's pretty simple, pretty basic, but we are here to clean up some of the boards and commissions as there are approximately 165 boards and commissions that are currently, yes, 165 that are currently in our code, and with the help of the President's office, we verified that at least 11 of these boards and commissions are defunct. So what we try to do with this bill, and you're going to hear from, obviously, my colleague, Alderwoman Shameem Clark-Hubbard on her bill, we are going with a rather gentle cleaning approach and going for the ones that we clearly don't need. But obviously, today's presentation is all about the few that we are looking to remove from our code. So this is an ordinance to repeal these obsolete boards. As I mentioned, the city of St. Louis has approximately 165 boards and commissions. Some of these have become inactive or redundant due to changes in our law, operations, or just completion of their original mandates that just never got taken off the books. Oop. So why remove them? Kind of self-explanatory. It's confusing when you have two things that are called the same name or refer to things that don't exist. Obviously, they're contradictory. And then again, for transparency, obviously, as we're looking to get more civic engagement in the city and we want people to get involved in boards and commissions, it would be helpful if we had a list of actual boards and commissions functioning and not ones that haven't been around or of use for a while. So the ones that we are looking to remove from this bill are the Bond Oversight Commission that was established in 2014 to oversee bond expenditures that is now inactive. Second one is the Model City Agencies that was created under the 1966 Demonstration Cities Act. That stopped operations in 1974. City Athletic Commission, that was last renewed in 1950. And the Convention and Tourism Bureau, this is an example of one where it is transformed and it's superseded by the Missouri Convention and Visitors Commission, or I guess what we now refer to as Explore St. Louis, but this bureau, this particular board is obsolete. And a few more, the Commission on Crime and Law Enforcement. These functions are absorbed by the Criminal Justice Coordinating Council in 2020, the Metropolitan Corrections Commission. It became obsolete after the dissolution of joint city-county correction facilities. The Municipal Bridge Commission, I believe if you want to have a fun fact-finding mission, you can talk to Garmendia or Ingracia. This one was a little dive into the history of actually figuring out how this worked. It was actually pretty complicated, am I correct? Yeah, but we do not need the Municipal Bridge Commission. Youth Commission, again, we have a youth council, we have different things that serve the purpose, but this particular commission is inactive and it was established in 1956. And then the Gateway Mall Advisory Board, that was formed in 2009 for the Gateway Mall Master Plan and has fulfilled its purpose. So in the ordinance, what this ordinance does, it repeals all the ordinances attached to these boards and commissions. So with that,
we will take questions after that presentation. Thank you, Alderwoman. That was very enlightening. Let's go in order of seniority. Alderman Narayan, do you have any questions?
No questions, thank you.
Alderwoman Sanye, any questions?
No questions, just thank you for your all's work.
I also don't have any questions, but again, I'd like to thank you for work. And then it looks like Alderwoman Keys has joined us. Alderwoman, do you have any questions?
I do not, thank you.
Thank you. And again, I don't have any questions, and thank you all for your work. Thank you, Christina.
with that, I ask for your favorable consideration and pass Board Bill 65 out of rules.
I move that we pass Board Bill 65 out of legislation and rules with a due pass recommendation.
Second.
Second.
And with that, let's take our vote. We'll go again in order of seniority. Alderman Narayan.
Oh, Madam.
Aye.
Okay, so
I'm stepping on your toes. I apologize.
You're fine. Alderman Cone. Alderman Narayan.
Aye.
Alderwoman Keys.
Aye.
Alderwoman Sanye.
Aye.
Vice Chair Devoti.
Aye.
Chair Velazquez. Alderman Cone. We have 5 aye votes.
And with that, I believe that the ordinance passes and will move out of committee.
Thank you, Vice Chair. I will swing back to this end of the table and pass it over to my colleague, Alderwoman Clark Hubbard.
Thank you, Madam Chair. Madam Clerk, can you read the summary for Board Bill 64?
Board Bill Number 64, introduced by Alderwoman Shameem Clark Hubbard, an ordinance to repeal certain sections within the revised code of the City of St. Louis relating to the Zoological Board of Control.
Thank you. I won't repeat a lot of the work that was already shared in the previous presentation. Thank you for that. This, again, is just a simple cleanup of this default committee, so it does not be confusing with the names of these committees. I personally consulted with Mr. Billy Brennan, who is the Director of Public Relations and Government Affairs for the zoo, just to be clear that we were on a board and in alignment with them and making sure, he wanted to make sure, again, that his commissioners were aware of this work that we were doing as well. So with their approval and with the work that we've done here, I'm asking for your favorable consideration and do pass the recommendation of Board Bill 64.
I move that we pass Board Bill 64 out of legislation. Do pass recommendation.
Second.
Madam Clerk, can you please call the roll? Or previous?
So it's that,
Can you please call for the roll? And is there a call for previous roll?
Previous roll.
I didn't get the second. Was it Sanye or was it Keys?
You want to go with?
Okay.
Both did it.
Thank you. Congratulations, Alderman Clark Hubbard. Board Bill 65 has passed out of committee with a favorable recommendation.
Thank you.
Thank you. All right, moving on. Madam Clerk, are there any resolutions for review?
We have none.
I don't believe there's any committee discussions. Is that correct? Nothing
Correct.
else for discussion? Any written testimony, Madam Clerk?
We have none.
Does anybody in the from the committee have any announcements they'd like to make? All right, would anybody like to make a motion to use Alderman Cone?
So moved.
Second.
All right, with that, I will take a motion to adjourn.
We have to vote to excuse
Sorry.
the alderman.
Madam Clerk, can you please call the roll?
Alderman Cone. Alderman Narayan.
Aye.
Alderwoman Keys. Alderwoman Sanye.
Aye.
Aye.
Thank you, Ms. Keys. Thank you, Ms. Sanye. Vice Chair Devoti.
Aye.
Chair Velazquez.
Aye.
We have 5 aye votes.
Thank you, Madam Clerk. And with that, Alderman Cone is excused from today's meeting. And now I will take a motion to adjourn.
So moved. Second.
We have another
Jinx,
chair.
1, 2, 3. You guys owe each other a Pepsi. Thank you. We are adjourned.
We are adjourned.